Hi guys, Julia here, and I am going to talk today about a top tip. If you're not getting the sales, try this. It's actually come up in conversation twice in the last week, one being as recently as today. And so I thought, you know what, I'm going to jump on really quick, talk to you guys, just in case you are experiencing the same thing. You get my top tip to get those sales moving again and to also help you figure out why those sales aren't happening. So I'm not going to stay long. People will jump on as Facebook lets you know that I am live in the group. Here's what I've noticed. When the sales aren't happening, it's because you're not asking for it enough times. Now, I know it might sound really obvious, but so many times we create something, it stays in our head, it stays on the computer, it stays hidden away on the website, on your website somewhere. And you don't actually let people know it's there. And I know saying that sounds pretty obvious, and you might be thinking, oh, but Julia, it's on my website. Where is it? Who have you told about it? How many times have you actually offered it? Or did you just create it, stick it up on the website, and kind of hope that people will find it? That is not how you get premium clients. You have to ask for the sale consistently, regularly, more than once. And I know that might make you feel a bit cringy, but that is the only way it's going to happen. What I've noticed is that when my clients say to me, nobody's buying, it's not that nobody's buying, it's you're not selling enough. Ask yourself, how many people have you let know that the service is available? And I'm not talking about just sending an email to your list. I'm talking about how many of people that you have a relationship with, business contacts, friends, even family members, have you actually sent a message to? As simple as sending a message on Facebook and said, I have XYZ program. Who do you know would be interested? You have to let people know it's there, and you're not asking in a slimeball way. You're asking in a genuine way because you don't know everybody who would possibly want to buy your program. So have you sent, personal messages to people? Have you even sent personal messages to people who you think the program would be a good fit for? As simple as, I've created this program, it's new. Is it something you'd be interested in? Here's the link for more information. It's such a gentle way. Now, you don't do that with a cold lead. You don't just do that with somebody who, you've not said anything to, because that would be spam. But if it's somebody you've had a discovery session with, or somebody who's bought something from you in the past, and you think your new offer is going to be relevant, send them a message. It's either they say yes or they say no. But if they say no, you haven't lost anything. And if they say yes, you've gained a client. So, that's the other thing. Do personal reach outs. How many personal reach outs have you done? Make a short list of people that you think would be a good fit for the program and send them 1 line, 2 lines of message, not a whole long, 10 paragraph email. Simple. Hi, Jane. I know you've bought X. You got good feedback. You sent me good feedback on it. I've created Y. Is it something that you'd like to get more information on? Here's the link. Move on. How many times have you done that? How many times have you emailed your list about it? A lot of times people will say, oh, but Julia, I sent it to my list. How many times? Did you just send it once? Did you try sending the email at different times of the day? It's not just a one and done thing. Premium sales happen easily, but they happen easily when you ask for them. Hi, Carol. So if the sales aren't coming, have you asked for it? Have you sent it to your list more than once? Have you sent it at different times of the day? The thing is, we seem to think, and I'm going to say this, I don't really know how else to say this, and it might upset some of you. We think really highly of our own stuff, and we think that our audience, list, community, whatever, Facebook group, have nothing else to do than read our posts or read our emails because they don't have a life. Well, guess what? There's a lot, people are receiving a lot of information. you need to make sure that you've tried different times of day. If you usually email your list at, 6 o'clock on a Monday morning and you're not getting the response that you hope for, send them an email on a weekend. Send them an email on a Wednesday night. You might find that you suddenly get applications for that program because, unknown to you, quite a few of your perfect buyers have time on a Wednesday night, and they might not have that time on a Monday right at the start of the week. Monday mornings are busy for everybody. So think about it. Send the email at a different time. The other thing is, don't be afraid to post more than once. You have to mention it more than once. You guys are in the group. You see how many times I will mention whatever is on offer in that period. So right now, I'm talking to people who are interested in the Mastery program. I'm going to I'm going to talk about Mastery until those 3 spots are gone. Or until the beginning of April, whichever one happens first. And over the next few weeks, you'll see me talking about programs a lot because this is sort of the time when my schedule opens up for new clients. I run my business on a financial year, April to March. So April is my main intake month, which means that I'm going to be talking to you guys a lot about my stuff in the next few weeks. That might upset some people, but you know what? Sometimes my clients will say to me, Julia, I'm afraid to share because I don't want to put people off. I don't want people to unsubscribe from my list. What I've noticed is that the people who unsubscribe aren't your ideal client anyway. If you're sharing content, if you're making a valuable offer, this is beyond content. If you're making a valuable offer, even if somebody can't take advantage of that offer right there and then, they're not going to get all annoyed and unsubscribe because it's something that they can see will move them forward maybe in the next 6 months, maybe in the next 12 months. So they still want to remain part of your community so they can access the information the next time around. The people who get all annoyed and say, oh my gosh, you only send me stuff when you're, only sending me stuff to sell me things, are usually people who aren't going to be a good fit anyway, and they make it about you rather than it being about them. So don't worry when people unsubscribe. It's normal to have a certain level of flow between your Facebook group and your lists and all of those things. Not everybody's going to stay. Sometimes when people sign up for your list, they wanted a different thing and they've moved, they've changed. You've changed in your business. What you're interested in now could be completely different to what you were interested in 12 months ago. And so you might find yourself unsubscribing from lists. It's not that the person has annoyed you. It's just that what you need has changed. It's the same thing for your list. So don't think, oh, I've sent it once and people have unsubscribed. Oh, I've sent it twice and people have unsubscribed. That's a good thing. It means that your open rates go up. It means that the people who stay are going to be more engaged anyway. So if you're not getting the sales, be honest with yourself. Have you asked for it? And I don't mean a veiled, well, this is what I have to offer, kind of half asked. Have you actually personally reached out to people and said, XYZ program is on offer. Is it something that you'd be interested in? If you haven't done that, what you're doing is you're asking people to buy something that they don't know exists. And I'm really good at sales, but I can't get anybody to buy what doesn't exist. I don't care how good your product or program is. People can't buy it if they don't know it exists. So make sure that you're giving your community enough opportunities to know that your program is available. Make a list of 10 ways that you're going to sell the program. Now, notice I'm not saying market, I'm saying sell. Are you going to contact previous clients? Are you going to contact people who've had discovery sessions with you? Are you going to do some Facebook Lives and make a clear offer on the Facebook Live? Have you reached out personally to people? Have you left it up on your website for more than 5 minutes? I'm going to do another live stream about sales funnels and how things need to sit on your website later on. But just to touch on this, you can't put a program up on the website on Monday and take it down on Friday and say nobody bought it. You need to leave it up for at least a 30-day cycle. At least a 30-day cycle. And ideally a 90-day cycle. But like I said, I'll talk about that later on. Is the sales page obvious? How many clicks do people have to get to find how to work with you? Do you know what? Last week I wanted to buy a service for my business. And I went and, did what everybody does. Went on Google and I went on Facebook. And I knew people who kind of did what I was looking for. And so I started going to their websites from their Facebook page and things like that, looking to buy this service. And I must have searched on about 10 websites. And do you know that only 2, possibly 3 of those websites actually had the service listed out, wait for it, with the price and a button to buy. The next 70%, the next 7 out of the 10 had absolutely no way at all for me to buy the service. And there I was literally looking for the service, debit card on my desk, ready to put my numbers in, ready to spend money, and they just didn't make it easy for me to buy. Is this service so hidden that nobody can find it? Or is it front and center? Can they go to your work with me page and find it? Can they go to your about page? Can they go to your home page? If they don't know it's there, they can't buy it. Is your sales process working? When they click the link, does everything happen in the background that needs to happen? When they put in their card numbers, are they getting the welcome email? Test your systems. Be sure that you are available for the sale. I was talking to a friend today and I likened it to this. We're walking around going, God, I want £10,000 a month. Bless me. If you don't believe in God, universe, source, whatever. I'm a Christian, so I say God. God, I want 10,000. You're praying and you're meditating and you're doing all the things. God, I want £10,000 a month. I want 10K months. Okay, so what are you selling? Are you walking around with any sort of container to receive this 10K a month? And meanwhile, God is going, I want to give you the 10K, but you actually don't have anything to put it in. So it's like, I'm at my desk. So your package is like this container of Post-it notes. If you know you want 10 lots of Post-it notes, you need to have a Post-it note box ready. If you know you want to have a 10K month or a 15K month, you need to have services ready for people to buy so that you can hit that month. You need to be offering those services consistently so you can hit that month. Otherwise, you're just fooling yourself. Clients can't buy what they don't know exists. So if you're not getting those sales, get a piece of paper and give an honest appraisal of all of the sales activities, not marketing, sales activities that you've done in the last 7 days. How many times have you emailed your list? Have you emailed them at different times of the day? Have you done any Facebook Lives talking about it? Have you personally reached out to people letting them know? Did you ask people to recommend a friend? Make a list of all of the sales activities that you've done. And then be honest with yourself. Have you done every possible thing that you can do to get the word out about the service? And only when you've said yes, only when you've thought, I've asked everybody, I've emailed everybody, and you know honestly that you've done everything, then you've done everything. But don't sit in a corner and complain that you're not getting the sales when in fact you haven't taken enough sales related action. So just before I go, I want to let you all know that Spaces on my 6-month group, which is like my sort of flagship program, the Build Your High-End Business Coaching Program. Spaces, well, I'll open that up again in April. A few people have been emailing to ask. People who aren't ready for mastery yet have been saying, oh, but I want something, but mastery is not it. That is ready. I'm just in that transition period where I finish up with the current group and I welcome in the new group, keep an eye out. I will post in the group when, when that program is available. And in the meantime, you'll see me talking about the mastery program. So just wanted to let you guys know what is going on. And as soon as I welcome in the batch of mastery people, then I'll open up the 6-month group. So just keep an eye on it. And as somebody said to me, Julia, do I have to sell one of the children for that group or sell my husband? And I was like, no, you don't. Because that group program is pretty much one of the best ways to work with me in a small group setting, and you do not have to sell one of your offspring to be able to join. Well, not yet anyway. Might change with the next round. So that's it. Go make your list of all of the things that you've done in the last 7 days to get those sales. And if you don't have 10 activities on that list, then that just might be why the sales aren't coming in. Feel free to post what you're doing under this video to get those sales in. I'm happy to give feedback. If you have something in mind that you want to do, post it in the group. If you're thinking, Julia, I want to email this person or ask that person or whatever it is, because each business is different, post it in the group and I will sort of give you a little bit of guidance, yay or nay, in terms of, should you really be doing that, or will that give you the results or not? Because it's all about the results, right? That's it for now, guys. See you on the next video.